What it do? What it do? What's going on, everybody? How are you doing out there this evening? Welcome to Sunday's edition of Real Talk for Real Men. Glad to be here. Enjoying my Sunday, relaxing. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic last day of your weekend. Tampa Bay's winning. Terrific time. That's my boy doing this thing. And I'm glad to be here enjoying this relaxing weekend and sharing this little part of my day with you guys. So welcome to the show, Real Talk for Real Men on the TFG TV network. You can catch us every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and on Sundays at 6 o'clock. So please feel free to join in if you haven't already. If you haven't told anybody about us in a while, share the show. Invite family, invite friends. We're getting ready to head into the winter season. Holiday season. We've got some great things planned for you this coming year. I'm a part of the TFG TV network and some fantastic content there. So make sure you enjoy us on the YouTube and Facebook platforms. Let me bring in my co-host really quick. Miss Tasha Mack, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. What's going on, sweetheart?
Oh, not much. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm actually having a great day. As I mentioned, Tampa Bay is winning, so I'm in a good mood today. How about yourself? Oh, you froze on me. How you doing? Well, we'll come back live to Miss Tasha Mack. Let's bring in my boy Kenny, or from Dallas. What's going on, Kenny?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm having a good day. How about yourself there in D-Town?
Oh man, it's all good, man. We've been watching some football all day. Like you said, your boy Tampa Bay is doing their thing.
Yes, sir.
Dallas escaped Washington. Woo, I know man. Cowboy fans are sweating on that one, Jack.
Absolutely. And they needed that game in that division.
Yeah. And I'm waiting on my Packers to do their thing against them hated Chicago Bears tonight. So all is well.
Beautiful day for football, so I will be there watching that game as well. Sunday is my favorite night of TV watching, as you know.
Yeah, mine
all
too.
Right. Yes, sir. We're going to bring in Mr. Bird and Hannah all the way from North Carolina. What's going on, Brother Bird?
Hey, what's up, people? How y'all doing?
Evening, my brother.
Evening.
All right. How's your weekend?
Hey, it was good. All good. Weather was nice, man. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Fantastic. And speaking of weather, we want to give us a prayers and thoughts to those who have gone through a rough weekend weather-wise. So, you're in our prayers. God bless. Everybody can't say that.
Right.
Fantastic. Yeah. And then I got little sister in the house. Oh, I had her one moment and she was Hopefully she'll be back. Hopefully she'll be back, popping back in. But we invite anybody to if you're welcome to come to the show to be a part of the panel. Or just in the commentary section. So, we appreciate you. Anybody's more than welcome. Reps, hey, TFG TV, Chad Hope, all as well. The candy shop brought me. Hey, well, Reps, we want to give a shout out to the candy shop for mentioning us. So thank you. That's Candace from the candy shop, bringing in viewership. Reps, thank you, having you as a viewer. Hope to hear your commentary as we go through the show. Glad to have you. This is the man himself, Mr. Lamar Falk, who owns and operates and is the brainchild behind TFG Live. Appreciate you, my brother. Good to see you.
What up, Lamar?
That's what's up. Thank you for joining us, brother. And then we picking up Sherry really quickly. What's going on, sis? You got your stuff together there?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Y'all sound low.
Well, baby, you got to work on your equipment and close your mouth. Okay.
We hear you just fine. I do.
I can't. Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah.
We hear you, sis.
Y'all sound real low. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well,
maybe check your mic on your phone. Make sure your mic is all the way. Your speaker is all the way up on your phone. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna work it out, sis. What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to call this one Getting to Know You. As we're coming up on the end of the year.
What is wrong with this thing?
Oh, my God. Sis, while she works out her stuff in solitude. We putting her in solitary confinement. Okay, this is live, folks. This is live.
Right.
We're going to be talking about getting to know you today. As I was mentioning, as we're coming up on the end of the year, another great season under our belt, I thought it would be a great opportunity right before we head into the holiday season to reintroduce ourselves, not just to the viewers, but to each other. You know, the beautiful thing about where we're at is, you know, we meet on a regular basis and there's still so much we don't know about each other. And then there's a lot we've come to know about one another. And it's a beautiful thing that, you know, we can come together and continue to peel the onion, peel the layers away as we get to know each other. Because for me, in many ways, you guys have become my family. The faces on this screen, you know, you're my brothers and sisters, but even people who view the show, we've been in each other's lives. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of, you know, unpack a little bit more of who we are with each other. So I hope you guys have some fun with this like I plan to. And we're just going to keep it real fun. There's Candace from the Candy
What's
Shop.
up? What's up, family? What's up, Candace?
Absolutely. And she's actually going to try to join us. So we'd love to have you. And again, anybody want to come on for bits and pieces, feel free. So I got some questions. Tasha's got some questions. I don't know what she's going to ask in her series of questions. She doesn't know what I'm going to ask. So they're going to range from all over the place. So, you know, I'm going to start with one that I think is just interesting. I'm just curious to know from the panel, do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at first sight? What's up, Brittany? How you doing,
What's up,
sweetheart?
Brit? What's up with it? Do I believe in love
Do you
at
believe
first
in
sight?
love at first sight?
No. I
do
don't. I do not. I believe in lust at first sight.
Okay. And so elaborate a little bit why you say that. So
I
many
just
people think that they actually believe in love at first sight. They knew they were the one from the moment they saw them.
and I've heard that before, and I'm not saying it's not possible, because I mean, obviously it is. I'm just saying it's hard for me to be in love with somebody and not knowing them outside of that physical shell that they're in. So I don't think I can love you until we have some sort of relationship before I can get to that point of saying I love you. Now, like I done seen many that I done lusted for at first sight, but have I ever fell in love with? No, I don't. Not for me. I'm not wired that way.
Okay. A great answer. Great answer. Jenny from the block all the way from New York. What's up, sweetheart? Good to see you.
What up, Jenny?
Okay. What about what I'm gonna come to you next, Tasha. What about you, Bert? Do you believe in love at first sight?
No, I don't believe in love at first sight. I agree with Brother Kenny. You know, it's lust, especially with men. You know, we're not thinking about love the first time we see somebody. You know, you look good and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, for me, like with love, that means like I'm willing to take a bullet for you, and that's not what's going on when I first see you. I gotta get to know you, get to understand you, to see if you worth doing something like that, being honorable like that. So no, to me, I don't believe in love at first sight at all.
Okay. We might have a clean sweep here in a second. McMack, what about you from a woman's point of view?
I don't know, like this is hard. Like if you're just saying just when I first see someone, I will say this, I have experienced it before. There was a guy that I dated and we were together for like a long time. And when I first met him, I'm not going to say I loved him, but I was instantly drawn to him within like the first few moments of speaking with him. And of course, yeah, I was I told him I loved him first, but it's kind of hard if you're just going to say just looking at him, no, but I do think there are instances where you cannot explain it, where you were so just taken by someone and first meeting them. I think that, yes, it can happen.
Okay. And that's interesting. I like the fact that, you mentioned that for you as a woman that when you saw somebody, there's an unexplained attraction,
It is.
to that person. And of course, from where we saying for you, was it lustful?
No, it was just in the first few moments of having a conversation with him. Like I felt, I would say I probably felt, I felt safe. Like I didn't, it felt right. I, I don't know any other way to describe it. Like it felt right. It felt easy. And I instantly could see myself, being in a relationship with that person. But as far as anyone else, I don't think I've ever felt that with anyone else. Him, it was.
Okay.
Well, that's a heck of a connection then, right there.
It was strong.
Yeah.
It was strong.
Wow. Okay.
And so, right on time, Candace says she was instantly drawn to Kennard, her husband. This ended up being her husband. Just for viewers that may not know. Right. And she said she was instantly drawn to him, Kennard, we knew what you meant.
Right. Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
How you doing? Learning to love yourself. I love the handle. Learning to love yourself. Welcome to the show, sweetheart. You know what? So Tasha, I'm going to agree with you in this sense. I think it's definitely possible. And when I thought about this question, I had to go back in the recesses of my relationships. And what's weird is I had 2 instances in my life where what you're describing, I would say is true. And it wasn't just lustful. Of course, I was physically attracted to the person, but there was an actual instant attraction that before I ever really knew him. Before I ever actually knew the person. And I'll talk about one of them in particular. When I first had moved to the South, I had been dating people many times. So I was a horny teenager, of course. But I remember meeting someone, and I remember meeting this woman. I was 17, she was 26 years old. And whatever you want to call it, kismet, love at first sight, whatever the case you want to call it, I was instantly attracted to this person. Of course, she was physically attractive to me, but from the moment she walked in the door, I remember this like it was yesterday. From the moment this person walked, because again, I had seen attractive women before, but the moment this person walked in the door, that it was different. And I was drawn to this person immediately. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is somebody I knew I wanted to know. I ultimately did fall in love with this person. Sherry, I think you got a lot of background noise.
Okay, I'm gonna get off because I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, you got a lot of the background filter. So I was instantly drawn to this person. And then it happened to me again. Now, having said that, as I've gotten older, now as an older, mature guy, I don't know. And so I want to end it by saying this. I personally think that is something you fall prey to when you're younger. Maybe when you don't know any better. I don't know. Maybe now that I'm older, I don't know if we get ruined, as we get older. And that's a horrible way to put it.
We
but
spoil.
I think the younger, you know what I'm saying?
We spoil like milk. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when we're younger, we're more idealistic and open to all of the possibilities out there. And where now, I don't think it's possible for me now, knowing all the things that go into love. But I think when I was younger, I believed more in love more than I do now. You know what I'm saying?
I would say this, Black. I think we're older. I think we talked about this on another show. I think we're open to love, but I think we're not open to the love on first sight and all that type stuff, like you were saying. I think we're open to love and like, I think this one might be the one, but it's not going to be that, that make your butterflies and make your heart flutter type love right off the bat. That comes later, I think.
I wanted to say this. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's what I'm looking for. For me to be in a relationship with someone, that's what I want to feel.
I got it.
I don't want to just like in my last relationship, I can honestly say like I never felt that about him. I never felt that way about him. But that's what I'd be looking for, because for me, that's when I would know like it would be right. Like it's something that I should do. I'm looking for those extra, those extra whatever you want to call it. I'm looking for that. So
Sweetheart,
And I
from the
agree with
bottom
you,
of my
Lee.
heart.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I think it is yeah, it has to do with your youth. You know, I was answering for how the way I am now,
Right.
but when I was younger, I probably would subscribe to that a little bit. But
mhm.
now that I'm battle tested, nah.
I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
term. I
Battle
love that
tested. Yeah,
term.
I got to steal that one,
I
Bert.
love that term. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get,
So I think, Candace, you got it right. I think you can easily become infatuated, but as you get older, love
yeah, yeah.
after you've
That's
been
true.
battle tested,
That's
you
true.
know. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, Tasha, give us one of yours. What do you got for us?
Um, do you find it easier to give or to receive?
Do you find it easier to give or to receive? That actually, oh, I was gonna say that's easy, but I don't know.
With me, I would
Mhm.
say it's always been hard for me to receive. It was
Mhm.
always easy for me to give because I feel like that's just what I would like to do. It was hard for me to receive anything from anybody, and to tell you the truth, being with Hannah, that kind of it broke me a little bit more now because of the fact that I don't know, my mind frame was a little bit different when it came to receiving. I just felt the stuff like, as a man or whatever, you give whatever. I'm the type of person, I'm not really looking for you to get me anything. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. It doesn't mean that you don't love me. That's just how the way I am. But I'd rather see, I don't know, it's just like, I just rather, see you happy and get some things that you want than me. It's not that I don't want to enjoy life, but that's just how the way I was.
Okay,
So
is it enough?
for me, it was always to give more than to receive.
Okay. Okay. So what about you, brother Kenny?
I'm like Bert. I think it's easier for me to give and receive. I've just always been that way. Um, and it's hard for I don't even know how to respond to being the recipient, being on the receiving end, because I'm always used to being the giver. And that's kind of something that I kind of sometimes wrestle with, because I want to be able to I want someone to give, even receiving attention, special attention that, that I don't ask for. I would
Yeah.
love to be in a position to get that type of, receiving that type things from a a love interest. But so yeah, but it's always been easy for me to give, no matter what it is. It's always been
Okay.
hard for me to receive.
Okay. Okay. Sherry, can you hear us? Sherry, can you hear us?
Now she got a lot of background noise. Yeah.
Tasha, I'm gonna go last on this one. Or do
Okay.
you want to go last? I'll give you the choice. This is your question.
Oh no, it's up to you. I can go. It's no problem.
Okay.
So I would say for me, I definitely am better at giving than receiving. And for me, it's because of the amount of tension that I associate with receiving. I don't know how to be the center of attention. I don't do that well.
Mm.
So to have like just everything just to be focused on me, I would get awkward. So that I would say it's much easier just for me to give, to see someone else happy, to be able to provide whatever that is in that moment, and it's not just sexual, it's just in general. For me to make someone happy, I'm a much better giver.
Wow. Wow. Whew. I wonder if this is a man thing. Because like my brothers, it's definitely easier for me to give, but my reasons are because I'm such a selfish person. I lead a very, very selfish lifestyle where everything is literally centered around me. It's designed that way. Um, and even more so, even now, you know, I think it's a man thing because she's even said I find it hard to receive. I'm more of a giver as well. This is horrible to say it this way. I don't know what you could give me that I don't already have. That's how I look at it, and I know somebody said, well, you think I'm only talking about material things. I am not. I thank you for at least appreciating where I'm coming from. I am not. I'm gonna steal your word again, Brother Bert. I think because I'm battle tested and I've been through so much, the ups, the downs, I've had failed marriage and failed relationships, that I had to learn to be completely content and self-contained. It's horrible that I can take it or leave it. I'm at, and I don't want to be this way, but I'm at a point where I can take it or leave it, that if you come into my sphere, I've got everything I need. I'm no longer looking for you to complete me in any kind of way. The sex would be great. The company would be fantastic, but not to the extent that I would need it. I made a conscious decision a while ago that nobody's going to have something I need. It's going to be something I want. And so I need to eat. I need to have a roof over my head. I need to have a job because I don't have a safety net, so these are things that I have to consciously go out and get. I don't need to be in a relationship, so I don't need somebody to give me something. I like to think I'm open to it, you know what I'm saying, but I don't need it, And I wish I could be more open when it comes to that, but that's just where I'm at this stage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, that makes perfectly good sense. I get where you're coming from, because if it's just about you and that's where you've been at for a minute now, it's naturally to be that way. It's all on you. You making it happen. You're the one out here hustling and grinding and getting what you got to get. So it's just like, yo, I attained all this stuff. What more can you really give me that I've already attained? So I get it.
Okay. I didn't know how that was going to come across, but that's exactly where I'm at.
Here's the thing I would say to both of us, Black. Be open to whatever the universe brings your way.
I love that.
Be open to being able to receive. Because you can receive it and reject it. You know that as humans, we can receive something and not like it. We're like, okay, no, that's cool, but no, I'm not feeling that. That ain't working with me. We're not on that same type of connection. So just be open to the universe and be willing to be better at receiving. And I'm speaking to my spirit man too.
I love it. All right, I got one that's a little spicy, and we got some ladies. Come on, y'all know this is real talk.
Oh boy, here we go.
Which is better, morning sex or sex at night?
Sex at night, hands down. Sex at night.
Why?
Don't wake me up for morning sex. That's the last thing I'm thinking about in the morning. Get some dick. That's the last thing on my mind. I'm trying to convince myself that I gotta get up out this bed. I gotta get my day started. I gotta, go to work. That is the last thing I'm thinking about in the morning time.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Fellas, for you, morning sex or sex at night?
Man, let me rewind. I'm gonna have to go back in time because it's been so long. let me go back into the cobwebs of my membranes.
And
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
There was a recent video from a lady, and it went viral. She talked about how it was women's responsibility to send a man to get his day started with sex. That was her responsibility. Don't you dare send your man out there to face whatever he's got to face that day without breaking him off. And then while you're thinking about this, we as men, women, y'all know what morning wood is all about. You wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
That thing been resting all night.
Yeah.
In many cases, it's locked and loaded. So
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You
Fellas,
better go to the bathroom and take care of this shit yourself. That's the
Yeah.
last
Yo,
thing I want anywhere near me. We
Yeah.
ain't brushed our teeth. We ain't washed our face. And you want to slap somebody in the face with it? You want to put it on somebody? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, I got work on my mind. That's the last, and that is not the work I'm talking about. Come to me in the afternoon. Give me a few hours to wake up, let the coffee start flowing. Let me get my vitamins first. But no, first thing in the morning, absolutely not. You will get cursed out.
Tasha is a definitive night. Fellas,
No.
I've given y'all some extra time.
I normally get in where I fit in, but I don't mind the morning sex, starting my day off right. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem. I had no problem with the morning.
But
You know
if
what
you
I'm
had to
saying?
choose
Because you got
between
that
the
morning
two,
wood, you up and at 'em, you ready to go. You had attention, like let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like every morning, but I'm just saying, it spices things up. It keeps things a little different. You don't gotta wait for the nighttime all the time. You can go ahead, come here, girl, grab up real quick and do what you do.
but if you had to choose, which would you prefer?
Which one would I prefer?
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer evening than the morning time.
Okay.
But I'm not opposed to either, but that would be my preference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brother Kenny, you go back. You go back far enough to recollect the last one. You and I, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I went back, bro. I would have to say, since you have to choose one, I would probably choose the morning. I think that just to me the spontaneity of the morning, because a lot of times at night you kind of already kind of plan like, yo, we're gonna get this in. You done kind of made little things to your woman. Y'all done kind of hinted and flirted with each other. You're gonna get it in that evening. But in the morning, yeah, it's spontaneity, man. You just don't talk to each other. Keep a couple of peppermints on the nightstand. Pop them peppermints in and get it in. Let's go.
Tasha, he just gave you a remedy.
No, but you know me, you know how I'm so mad in the morning time having to wake up. Like I'm a terrible morning person. Like, do not talk to me and it's not anything intentional. It's not aimed at you, specifically, but don't talk to me in the morning. You're not gonna like me and I'm not gonna like you. That's just my thing. I hate mornings.
Tasha, but Mr. Happy has been known to make a whole lot of women happy.
That's what I've been telling her. That's what I've been telling her.
Happy. I've done morning sex. It does not make me happy. It pisses me off is what it does. It makes me even angrier.
You're not playing. Brother Lamar says, I don't know if we're fully expecting you to participate at 100% in the mornings. Just turn on your side and boom.
Great point, Brother Lamar. Very good point.
Very good point. Very good point. You don't have to be 100% committed. Just
right. I ain't gonna fire you. I ain't gonna fire you for taking an extra long lunch break. Just come on, get it done. 15 minutes. Boom, bam, you out of there.
Tasha, you got some. Here's a woman who says morning. For her, she said, I need my day to start off right too.
Yeah. That does not start my day off right at all.
Jenny said, don't send her out. Don't get her day started on no bad note. Baby, I understand. For me, it is definitely evening sex if I had to choose between. Not for the reasons that Tasha, although I'm not a morning person per se, I'm not as grumpy as Tasha is. And like you, Brother Bert, it would be great to break the monotony sometimes to, have sex. Now, here's my thing. I don't have to have sex in the morning. Head in the morning is spectacular. So I'm splitting hairs here a little bit. I don't want to have to do the full putting in the work, per se, but this is where I am definitely open to receive it. Now, you want to give me something, give me some head in the morning, then there will be okay. You know,
You being selfish. See, that goes back to that previous question.
That's
Black, you
selfish.
selfish, bro. You being selfish. You want to work part-time on a full-time job.
Absolutely. I don't even mind in this case if you don't brush your teeth. That's okay. This is the
There's
one
gonna
time
be
it's
gingivitis
acceptable
on
for
your
you
dick.
not to brush your teeth.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Now, actual sexual contact, I definitely, for me, need evening. Some of it's hygiene reasons, because for me to give you my best work, especially now, hygienically, I need to know you just got that thing washed and cleaned. You know, sleeping on it all night. You've been farting just like I have. You know what I'm saying? You know, your thighs been closed up pretty tight all night. You know, and the crack of your ass is just as greasy as mine. So I need to know that when you get out the shower at night, we're at our cleanest state at that point, and that allows me to be able to do a lot more for you to make sure it's going to go a lot better for both of us. You know, not to mention the fact that I'm just hornier at night after I've gotten through my day, because like Tasha, in the morning, I am fixated on what I'm going to do for my day, and I've got to get through that mental part of it. Whereas at night, I'm relaxed. I've had a drink in me, the music. You're just going to get an all-around better performance from me at night than you would in the day. Welcome, Candace. You came in at the right time.
I know.
Yes, indeed. Right when this question was asked, so I'm going to ask you, which do you prefer, morning sex or sex in the evening?
Sex in the evening.
Okay, and why?
Because in the morning I'm tired. It's not something I want to do. I'll do it, but I prefer the evening time when I've unwind. I've had a little bit of liquor and I'm just feeling good. I'm in my most relaxed state.
I agree. So I agree. But we see there's a couple of people out there, Jenny and no, Jenny say morning. Tasha's the only one who's saying, don't mess with her.
And I'm only one that said the morning on the panel. So
yeah, I'll tell you, very interesting. All right, Tasha, what you got for us?
Okay. Have you ever broken up with a friend?
Oh, God, yes. God, yeah. I'm gonna go first on this one. To give you a little time to think. Unfortunately, yes. I don't say that with I don't say that in a happy way. I believe friendships, just like relationships, have an expiration date, and it's unfortunate. But in an ideal world, you think you're going to be friends forever. Oh my God, you're going to be friends forever. And as I've aged and gotten older, it's just not true, believe it or not. And I'm not talking about the breakup in the sense that you move away and just time. I mean, I've had to literally make a conscious decision with some friendships that just was not healthy for me, to where it's one-sided, to where I'm doing all of the giving, going back to the giving part. I don't know if you guys have had friendships where all the person did was take from the friendship. Anytime you need to unload, share, they're never emotionally available for you, but they damn sure can unload and piss in your ear about everything that's going on. Even if you're going through something, and the moment you start saying, oh my God, I'm struggling with this. Yeah, that happened to me too, and blah, 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 blah. And so I've had those friendships, believe it or not, where there was so much taking of me and of my time. And then, of course, when you evaluate, well, what am I getting out of this other than being this person's psychiatrist? I've had to end the friendship, and I don't mean in a cowardly way either. I've had to end it. So for me, I definitely had to do that, Anybody else?
And shout out to Reparations. This is one of my loyal subscribers. Thank you for
All
following
right.
me here. I shared your channel on my community page, so I'm hoping
That's what's
that I
up.
get a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
what's up.
people. But thank you for
Yeah.
joining, Reps. Yes.
Well, thank you, Candace. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it.
But yes, I break up with Lamar all the time.
Wow. Wow.
No, Lamar, me and Lamar are like brother and sister for real. We have our little disagreements and then we come back together because there's a genuine love, a platonic love for each other. But no, as for friendships, yes, that has happened. Actually, a mutual friend of me and Lamar's. It was, and he talking about damn show do. But no, this particular friend was very I'm not gonna say toxic, but like you said, Leash, you always had to give and be there for this person, and if they text you and you don't text back fast enough, it's a problem, or there's this conspiracy going on, or like it was just too much that I couldn't and I was friends with this person for, I think me and Lamar knew this person for about 10 years. And so when I stopped talking to the person, and I don't know, they had their falling out as well, but that person is a good person, but it's just, it takes too much to be a friend of them. Like, they hold you accountable for things that they don't hold themselves accountable for.
Whoa, that's a big one right there. I'm gonna see if I can get Sherry in here, fellas, real quick. Sis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear y'all now.
Okay. So the question we're asking is, stop laughing, Tasha.
Shut up, Tasha. Shut up.
Have you ever broken up with a friend?
Yeah, I broke up with a whole lot of them motherfuckers.
And she comes forward.
Well, there you have
Just
it.
as violent as she can be, but go ahead.
Yeah, I broke up with friends.
Okay. You want to elaborate?
I mean, I have had old school friends, and we I guess we grew apart, and they come hit me up years later. I don't want to know them motherfuckers right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, Brittany says she has. Yep. Kamisha, welcome to the show. Kamisha Brown. Glad to have you, sweetheart. Thanks for joining in. Fellas, what do you say?
Yeah, with me, I mean, it actually was the godfather to my oldest son. You know, I mean, we knew each other since high school and all, but it started to become a little sometimey, and I think after a while, I think we just kind of like grew apart. We was like in a different space, and I did wind up catching up with him some years back, like I said, like 4 or 5 years. Try to make sure that see if we can connect, and you know what I mean, and it just didn't work out. We was on two different spheres. It was just like night and day. It's like, did I really even know you? You know what I'm saying? It was like on that type deal. I was like, man, I made you the godfather of my oldest, and you going a little left here. So I had to just go ahead and cut that tie. As much as it hurt me, because that was my brother during my first wedding. He was my best man. You know what I mean? So that was my homie. But at the end of the day, things just wasn't right. I wasn't sure what was going on in his life. He kept some things like close to the vest and all. And I was there for him, you know what I mean? Whatever, he want to talk to me about, it didn't make a difference. You know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. You call me 2, 3 in the morning, I don't care. I'm there for you. But, he was just acting a little sometimey and being a certain type of way behind the scenes. So I just had to cut ties with him and just keep it moving. I mean, it hurt, because that was my homie. But at the end of the day, you were dragging me down, so I had to keep moving.
That's a serious one. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? Brother Kenny, what about you?
Yeah, I had to cut ties. I mean, we weren't like really buddies, but we were colleagues and we worked together. We kind of took him under, me and another buddy of mine kind of took him under our wing. We fell out really pretty much right after the Kaepernick kneeling stuff happened. Let me tell you, just a background. He's in the he was in the military. He was a military guy, and he was white. And we were real tight, to be honest with you, because I brought him in the game. We helped train him to be a videographer. But he was being real disrespectful. He was saying some things. He would come on my page and be disrespectful. And not only that, he was being disrespectful to black women. To a particular friend of ours that he had relations with, he was calling her out her name. And I just I blasted him one time. I said, "Yo, bro," I said, "That's a rap, man. I don't rock like that." So,
right.
Yeah. I said, as far as I'm concerned, you lose my number, yours is gone, and that's a wrap. So it was easy to let him go.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Yeah, I did. Though.
Yeah, I respect that. And then Rep says it does hurt, but your peace trumps everything. And I love that comment, because you're right. Even in this day and age, it's unfortunate, but politics sometimes, plays a major role in you having to make that decision. Not everybody's able to disagree without being disagreeable. And when it comes to religion and politics, it can get real ugly. So, wow, that's a good one there. What about you, Tasha?
Absolutely. I have. And, like this person was there for me, like during like a difficult time, but then turned right around and, put me in a situation where I had nowhere to go. And so, we didn't speak for quite some time. And then all of a sudden, like one night, it was really late. It's like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. You call me as if we're just supposed to pick right back up and pick right back up in that relationship. And I told her then, I said, no, like it's best if we just continue to live separately. I don't wish you any ill will, but we're not going to be friends anymore. It's the end of the friendship.
Unfortunately, I know that situation to be true. Mm-hmm. I know how much it hurt her. And as a bystander, I understand where she was coming from. Tasha. Mm-hmm. I understood it 1,000%. And that was a tough one. Yeah, that was a tough one. I know that one very well. All right, let me lighten the mood a little bit with another good hot one. And I'll say this. Don't use names. Okay. We're going to keep it as PG-13 as we can.
Oh, boy.
It's 42. And I'm saying that from me and Sherry. Sherry's got a more potty mouth than I do. But we're going to keep it PG. But here is the question. If you could relive just one of your sexual experiences, which one would you choose?
Only one? Oh my God.
You can only pick one. If you could relive just one sexual experience, which one would it be? Reps, Brittany, Lamar, anybody in the background? I'd love to hear your answers as well. You don't have to use names, but I want to know enough about it. If you could relive just one of your sexual experiences, which one would it be? Yes, clutch pearls here. Do I need to go first?
Boy.
I clutched my pearls too. So.
Do I need to go first, or should I save mine?
You go first.
Yeah. You the host. It's your show. You go first.
This is actually easier. All of the things I've done. This is one if I could relive it. There's somebody, no names, but I'm literally looking for this person right now. So if some kind of way a friend of a friend of a family of a friend of a friend is watching this, there's a young lady out there it went by Red. Red. When I think back and look over my catalog, and it's rather impressive, yours was the one that I wish I could relive. This young lady, ain't gonna make no long story out of it. Her clothes didn't do her justice. That's number one. And I called her Red because, yes, she was red. Now, during this experience, The sexual with her was greatest because of her reaction. She know how to make a man feel like a man, when she pump you up. I'm talking about screaming at the top of her lungs, yelling for Jesus and everybody else, like you felt like you were Superman all in one. And this happened to be during a time when I was at my best. I was at my peak. I was about 36, 37 years old, great physical shape. My stamina was ridiculous. And my nephew watched the entire time. We had set her up to run through her together. And this particular night, I was beating that pussy. I did everything right. And the plan was to get her in position to when I back out, he go in. Yes, indeed. And I'm talking about, you name it, that pussy don't owe me nothing. I had it in doggy style position and I came up out of it and I walked out the room. My boy was standing there butt naked. I went to the kitchen. I stayed in the kitchen long enough to drink down some apple juice, catch my second wind, been over the sink. Thank God, Jesus, and some more angels. I gave him enough time. And my thought was, when I walked back in that room, he was supposed to be so deep into that thing. And I walked back in and he was talking to her. Yes, sir. The strange look was on her face. And he's standing there holding his dick in his hand. Wasn't nothing for me to do at that point, but push him out the way and commence to beat that pussy some more. And he stood there and he watched the master at work. And I wish I could repeat that. Yes, indeed. That's a performance. I wish I could. Anyway.
Man, I don't think I can't top that damn story.
No, I can't top the story, but I can give you I can tell you, just sitting here thinking, if I could go back, I was 18 or 19. This is when I was working like at the strip club. I was just a waitress, so chill out. I wasn't no stripper, chill out. It wasn't nothing like that. But I had met this guy. He was probably like the most handsome man I have ever seen in my entire life. He was half black, half Italian, and he was from Texas. His name is Anthony. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna say his name. His name was Anthony. He was so fine. He was so beautiful. He was about 6'6". I mean, just beautiful. And when I met him, I was so inexperienced, but if I could find him, I would give him a run for his money like he gave me for mine. That's
what I was waiting to hear. You was dressing that story up all nice, but you didn't get to the chase of it.
Yeah, no, I had no business messing with him, but he called me at that time. So,
all right. I come on now, come on, fellas. Y'all can't leave me out here by myself now.
I might have to.
Man, you a hard act to follow, brother Black. No pun intended.
I'll go. My story is not as detailed as Lee or Tasha's. It's just, I wish I could relive my honeymoon night, because when we got married, both of our families were in town. And even though it was supposed to be like a small wedding, we had so many people in this little chapel, me and Kennard, that like, it was just a lot. And so we went, after our wedding, we went to his family's house, and they did a whole gathering for us. So we didn't actually get to our hotel probably until like 3 or 4. So we were both tired. So when we made our love for the first time as man and woman, it was just regular. But I really wish we could have actually had mind-blowing sex. So yes, I would want to relive that again.
That's what's up.
You know what I love about that story? Two
That's
things.
what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you chose one about your current husband. Mm-hmm. And in this case, it wasn't necessarily about the sex. I love the fact that you would like to recreate it because the other things that made it special. I really, really like that. I really, really like that.
Lee.
All right, go ahead. Nice, Candace.
Thank you.
Nice, Candace.
I don't know if it's nice or not, but I guess I have to sit through it. I had to sit through that story.
Oh yeah,
He family, so
Reps
really,
Lee
she kept it PG.
Lee is my old coworker, and Kenny is actually my cousin. He's my big cousin.
See, you kept it PG though. There you go. You kept it.
Thank you. Reps
You kept it classy.
I call
You
my
kept it nice and
subscribers
classy.
sugar babies. So
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
I love it. Bird or Kenny or Sherry, either one.
See, mine was almost. Now she gonna fight me on this one, but it was when we always debate on this, and it was when she had called me over. Like we weren't really together, but she called me over. She had some electrical issues in her crib, so when I came over. And she debates this even with her friends. They like, no, you knew what it was. She had these booty shorts on, bro. Uh-oh, here we go. I knew it. Here we go.
And Bert,
She had these shorts on, right? And the cheeks, the yeeks was out. Right? And I got everything situated with the electricity, the whole nine, whatever. We got that straightened out. We sat there, sipped some wine, something like that. Boy, if I could have gotten them yeeks that night.
Oh,
and Hannah, if you're listening, you knew what you was doing, Hannah.
Thank you, sis. Here she comes. What you got to say?
I can't get on camera because I let them mess cooking.
But that's what if there was one of them things, boy, because woo.
Brother Lamar, I just sent you the link. We would love to have you
He
come
is
on, my
lying.
brother.
Can I tell my side?
Hey,
Yeah.
where
I'm
you
going to
at?
cut the camera off because I'm covered in food and I look crazy.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell my side.
I'll do it.
Cut the camera off.
We listening.
What?
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you.
Okay. So I let him come over because I needed help with my electricity. However, I had on workout attire.
You see my face, right? But go ahead.
No, so honestly, did you tell the whole thing?
Yes, I did.
No, why I had to call you.
Yeah, the electric and all.
No, but why I had to actually call you.
She had them yeeks out, bro.
Whatever, he full of crap. I had to call him because however my house was wired, literally, he literally thought I was trying to cap, but my house was wired crazy because when they built it ridiculous. So I really needed help. I didn't know at the time though. He really didn't know what he was doing, but I guess he was trying to figure it out on his way.
What you mean?
You didn't know what you was doing because you thought I was joking.
Oh, what? With the
Yes, with electricity. However, I had no intention of messing with him that night, as we didn't, to clear my name. And I sat on another couch, and he thought I was crazy because I didn't sit on the same couch as him. So therefore, he couldn't have got no geeks that night.
So, question, Hannah.
Yes.
If he would have made his move,
What'd you
and
say?
having the booty shorts and stuff, and he's looking all good, you would have told him no?
Yeah. So at that time, I wasn't sleeping. I was celibate, back in my celibacy at that time. And he did kiss me that night, trying to be slick. Not gonna lie, the best kiss I've ever had in my life. Can't front. I was like, oh, what the hell is this? You have to get the hell out.
So I got one question while you dancing all around that.
Thank you.
How many pillows did you sleep between your legs with that night?
Actually, none. Only because I was in my celibacy.
Liar.
I didn't. Because we didn't have sex for 2 months later. We didn't do anything. We went on dates and stuff, but we still haven't had sex after that.
Ladies,
I
I'm gonna ask
understand.
y'all this
Maybe
question.
you was in
I'm
perfect
sorry.
control, and it was just an electrical thing, and he was feeling all flush and everything, and that's why you really invited him over. I understand.
And Hannah, you better than me because it would have went down.
I was trying to be good in the moment, y'all. All right, I gotta go back cooking.
She was really looking for she was really needing a plumber because she had some. She needed some fire. That's what it really was. It wasn't no electric. It was her plumbing was stopped up.
we got Brother Lamar joining the show, Mr. TFG Live himself. Look, I'm throwing you to the wolves, my brother. Answer the question. What's that one experience you wish you could relive?
All right. It's been a few, but I'm gonna talk about one. I'm talking about. I hope she ain't watching. What you doing?
There you go. There you go.
Hope she ain't watching.
Your eyes.
I'm about to cover my eyes so I'm nervous.
He did that for a reason.
Yeah, I had to get the incognito. All right, so it was this little chick, right? She came up to the house, and we're doing our thing, I'm laying there, right, pumping up, and then she pulled my hands up. I told this story before to some people, and it made me choke her, right, while she was riding, right? Right? And I'm like, and I ain't never got that kinky, right? I'm like, okay, all right. Then she started riding harder and faster, and then this heifer started choking me.
Oh, I wasn't looking for that.
So we up here goddamn choking each other.
I wasn't looking for that.
We like Undertaker and Kane, we choking each other.
Damn.
And she going harder and harder. I guess that's what she needed to finish because she damn sure finished. And listen, it was a crazy.
I'm with you, Reps. Damn. I did not see that one coming.
And it was so crazy. And chick, right? Well, a different chick. Okay, same chick. I'm trying to throw it off a little bit because she might be watching. Same chick. So as far as stamina goes, I ain't gonna toot my own horn, but it take me a minute, right? Take me a minute. I couldn't do it in 30 minutes if I tried, right? So, and that's a blessing and a curse. Now with this particular chick, she got a different type of. She ain't got no coochie. She got pussy, and this is why. Coochie got a little line. It's off. A pussy got a little personality to it, right? You come out, you hit some things, right? So this is the first chick that's ever made me finish quick. I'm like, whoa, all right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
that I would love to recreate. So let me call her real fast.
Brother Mark, you just educated my audience. There you go. There you go, my brother.
Kenny, you know how you hate hearing my stories? I feel like I'm listening to my brother.
I see your face. You know, we're cringing.
I love that he just educated the audience out there. There's a difference between a coochie and a pussy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real. I just learned something tonight, for sure.
There is a difference.
Wow.
Can I ask, what's the difference?
Well,
he just told you.
My
because
opinion.
she choked you, or what?
No. Tell her again, Brother Lamar. What made it a pussy?
A coochie is akin to a baby, in my opinion. Look pretty, little line, just little pretty lips. Ain't got no hair on them, that's a little coochie. Coochie.
You gonna take yourself off camera?
Personality to it. You can flick it and get under the hood.
Candace, where you go?
Not a shit
Take
you
yourself
do,
off camera.
Bro, you off the train, bro.
That's what I tell you. You educating on here.
That's just my personal opinion.
That's education on this joint. That's education.
Wow.
A coochie is just a little fight. The pussies take you through a war.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Okay. Now let me write that. Let me get my pen and pad so I can write this down.
Jerry, I'm not letting you off the hook.
Okay, got that.
I say y'all got a little personality too. You can
got it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bam. I just wrote that on my pad. I'm good to go now.
Brittany says, one has personality?
Absolutely.
Yes,
the fellas know what I'm talking about.
Yes, indeed. He ain't never lied.
You don't forget though.
So can I ask Tasha is there like designations or distinctions for the different types of D? I don't think as women we have that, but Tasha may know. I don't know.
Hold on, what was the question?
Is there
like if there's a difference like with a dick and a penis, like do we designate it differently the same way that women do, that men do?
I never thought about that.
I'm not gonna say I don't think it goes the same way. I mean, a dick is a dick. I'm like they look different, but
You're lying. You're lying.
No, I'm saying in
Yeah,
terms of
she
how they
is, she
look, how
is.
you're describing
Oh,
it.
we're not talking about how they look. So I'm gonna answer it for you because I'm your best friend and I know the difference between he got some dick last night and then you say he dicked me down. There is a difference. Dicks have personalities too.
They do, but there's still not to the way that you all are describing how Lamar was describing it physically. There's a difference.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. Of course, there's sex and then there's fucking. So of course, you'd much rather be fucked than just have sex. So of course.
Okay.
So there's that.
Hold on, Sherry. We can't hear you, sis. What you say?
I said I was telling Tasha. I know she done had some dick where you be saying to yourself, this nigga got all his dick and don't know how to work it. So some dicks got personalities and some they don't.
The quality of it has nothing to do with how it looks, though.
Yeah, no, we ain't talking about how it looked. He said it had a personality.
That's what they were talking about was how, he was talking about how it may have personality, how it has personality physically and looking at it. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. But I don't want to, Freddie, stop putting me on the spot. But I'm going to tell you my little short story. I had a little guy, wait, before I was married. Let's just get it. And he was a sexy guy. I wanted to do it with him real good. But the nigga come turning around in the middle of foreplay to I give him a massage. I thought the nigga thought I was going to be doing something to the back part. I told him, you got to fucking go.
Hold on, stop right there. You're supposed to be telling about an experience that you want to have again.
All right, I'm trying to tell you. This nigga was so fine. I would like another chance to be doing it with him again. But I put him out because he come turning around to give him a massage from the shoulders down. I don't do back parts. So I put him the fuck out. So I thought, and the reason why I did that, because my friend Tanya told me her friend turned around and she said, Sherry, what that mean? I said, well, the nigga thought you were going to do something to his butthole. I don't play games like that. But
you just made me realize you're a selfish son of a bitch.
Shut up.
I will say this, and listening to Tasha and Sherry, I do, now that I think about it, will say he got the hammer.
Yes, Candace.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Performance, like Brittany said, it's based off of performance and not looks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what, Candace?
It's off design.
Guess what?
Personality, when you're coming out of it, you get flooded with a few things before you.
Yeah, well, dicks don't do all that. They ain't that damn magical.
You got curves. You got curves.
Well, you know what, Tasha? It's a guy up here that I have a cousin who had sex with him. He put some kind of balls inside his penis. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. They say it look awkward, but he got a project full of baby mamas. Something is good about it. I really wouldn't care, but I'm just saying it's crazy out here like that.
What do the balls do?
He put some kind of balls.
You know what? Hold on. I don't want to hear nothing about what he done to his penis.
I was trying to figure out what is you talking about.
Tell that crazy bastard to keep that to himself.
Right.
I don't hear about what he's done.
I'm just
and get somebody pregnant.
You stupid.
Just saying.
I'm telling Tasha.
Jenny is the last one to go. Hold on, and then Tasha gonna turn the temperature down. I hope with a different question.
Oh,
man, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to follow all this craziness and debauchery.
Yes, indeed.
But real talk. The only one that I can say that if I could go back, I'm gonna call her brown skin. She's brown skin. She's about 5 foot tall. Boy, when I first met her, I didn't know what she was working with. Boy, let me tell you. When she came out them pants, she had one of them J-Lo booties. I'm talking about the old J-Lo. I'm talking about one of them Megan Thee Stallion. Like, girl, where you get this booty from? Good Lord. But I love the way she had this beautiful voice when we was getting it in, just in my ear. Oh my goodness. If I could go back to that and have her sing to me in my ear again, that'd be most lovely.
So I got one question to that. At 5 feet tall, she just missed being a midget.
She had that wolf monkey.
Shut the fuck up, Black.
Believe she wasn't a bitch, bro. No, I knew you was gonna ask that. Because I was thinking the same damn thing myself.
Me and you both Capricorns, brother. And I'm just trying to see if you went through your spell with midgets like I did. I'm just saying.
She wasn't a bitch, bro. But I damn near was thinking that when I got it.
I'm just saying because midgets got them big old heads and big old booties, so I went through my little midget thing.
No. All that was in proportion. No, there wasn't big heads and small hands. No, it was all in proportion. I did a check. I did a check before I went down through there. And even if she was, oh well, it's too late now. We in the game now. The game that started now. It's too late.
It's too late.
Okay, Tasha, bring us back to her, baby. Come on.
Straight up.
No, but I had such a good question I wanted to ask.
Come on with it.
When and how did you first discover masturbation?
Oh.
I was 5 years old. 5.
So how the hell did you discover it at 5?
I had cousins that was still my stepdaddy's flicks out the room, right? And so I started watching porn and playing myself when I was 5 years old.
Oh my
Watching
God.
I could see that.
5 years old. It's a damn shame.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yep.
That's
been a long
crazy.
journey.
Candace off camera.
Bert and left. Boy, they act like that. We just asked for an offering at church.
I'm trying to tell you.
No, I'm here. I have to make sure the coast is clear with the little ones.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. For me, when did do anybody remember that movie called Caligula?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
It was around that time. And when they had that part where the queen and then she had the bulls around her, you know, they was pretty much jerking off on a dish and they was rubbing into her skin because they're supposed to beautify her and make her skin tighter.
Right.
That's when I saw it. And then after that, boy, I went to work because at that time it was no internet nothing like that. We just had the Playboy Hustler joints and stuff like that. So that's when that was my first introduction to that. So to masturbation and everything like that. Yeah. So it was pretty much what Caligula, and then after that, me with the magazines and everything like that. I thought I was always a freak, man.
How old were you?
At that time, I would say like 10, 11.
Okay.
And I'm not sure when Caligula actually came out. What was the year on Caligula?
You know what? I don't know, but that movie sticks with me because it was ahead of its time with some of the scenes.
Yeah, because remember the guy was doing something to horses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it was
I don't know if
crazy
you've ever
to see
seen
with
this.
the horse.
Well, the scene I remember is when Caligula fisted. Remember he did the fisting?
Oh yeah. Then he hit up his son's daughter. I mean his son, not son's daughter, his son's wife, his soon-to-be wife, and he was speaking with her.
As the emperor, he fisted her.
Yeah, he broke her in.
Jerry said Thelma from Good Times. Yeah, Thelma got a lot of us back in the day.
Yeah. And she's still.
I think one thing I used to watch that Basic Instinct got me back in the day. You remember that Basic Instinct? Sharon Stone.
Basic Instinct, yeah. Sharon Stone, yeah, that's Sharon Stone.
Oh man.
I was probably around. I was probably around 11 and 12 when when I can say actually that I really was introduced to mass, and that's because of the Playboy magazines and stuff. I remember my uncle by marriage, he used to just have them out under his coffee table, and so we would see him. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how we discovered. At least I discovered. So I was about 11, 12, yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. What about you, Brother Bird?
He already told us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I already went.
Brother Lamar, you already went yours at 5, so I'm gonna go to make it a clean sweep for men and give Candace a chance to get back. Like you, Brother Kenny, it was probably 11, 12 years old. And again, just being a dirty little boy at that point, trying to find freaky sex wherever I could find it, spending the night with my brother who had his own place at that time. And he was like you mentioned, had sex magazines and always was encouraging me. All my brothers encouraged me to have sex early, taking me to a prostitute, all that kind of good stuff. But I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Masturbation part of it, yeah, discovering magazines, almost getting caught by my mom. I never really knew what the hell I was doing, to be honest, even up to now. So masturbation, I figured out very early on that it was not going to work for me. I truly didn't know what the hell I was doing. But some of my best memories of trying to get it was when Cinemax first came out. Again, I don't know the year.
I remember that too. Yeah,
Skinemax.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember spending the night
Yes,
in my
I
older
remember
sister
that.
Juanita's house. And you think about, so I forget which comedian said this, when you masturbate as a man, you're not in your right frame of mind. The chances that we take, I look back on it, I'm sleeping in a living room, I'm watching Cinemax, and full view that my sister and her husband could walk out at any time, and I had got myself some lotion and Vaseline, and it wasn't even really a sex scene. It was just two women in the shower together. But back then, at that age, hell, if the wind blew right, your dick got hard. So you know, and you trying to do something about it, and again, you ain't in your right frame of mind. Just the chances you take doing it is just unreal.
Right. Yep.
And that probably translates to even being grown, being a grown man.
Right,
So what did you walk into?
I walked into
it too. We're getting to know each other, And perfect. I got 3 women. The men have gone. Ladies, when was the first time you was introduced to masturbation? Don't be scared. If you scared, say you scared.
With the pillows and the teddy bears.
I'll say it. I was like 10 or 11, and I've always been like, I was a little freaky little thing. But I was always like reading like a lot of like books and everything, and way above what I should have been reading for my level. And I definitely discovered it then. Not that I had to watch anything. And to me, that's a whole other thing. If you're able to masturbate with just your imagination without having to watch something, you're just like on a different tier, like top tier. That's just different. And so that's for me is when I discovered it. I was like 10 or 11, just reading books. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Candace?
I plead the 5th.
There you go. Well, that's kind of good too. Okay.
You gotta tell us.
Oh my goodness. So, this, I feel like I'm gonna get too detailed.
No, you don't have to.
So, clitorial. I'll say that. Clitorial at 12 or 13. But actual penetration when I was in college.
Gotcha. Okay. You kept that nice and neat. Mm-hmm. Sherry, Hannah?
Don't judge me. It's no judgment, right?
No judgment. I don't get no worse than 5 years old. Hell.
Exactly.
No.
5 years old.
That's true. You're right.
It's no judgment. Okay. So I was kind of elite. I was that much of a preacher's kid that I was very judgmental, and I felt I shouldn't. So I'm going to be honest. I did not masturbate until after my divorce.
After when?
I was 26.
That's okay.
That's all right. All right.
And I'm sorry, I was 28.
Well,
Gotcha.
I was
And
introduced.
I just thought you shouldn't do that.
That is so good, Hanukkah, because I come from a religious family as well. But I'll say one of my family members introduced me to the corn. I'm replaced the C with a P.
Oh, okay.
And this relative, Kenny is related to this relative as well. As kids, we were watching those videos at their house. I don't want to say who, Kenny.
Kenny like who?
Kenny's mother was very close to this cousin and her children. So me and her children. We were 12 and 13 and we were watching corn.
Kenny looked like he frozen.
Your mother was very close to this particular cousin because they come from out of the same two families back in Milwaukee. So that's all I'm gonna say. We were watching it as kids, and this relative didn't know they had.
Kenny processing this joint.
Your face, bro.
Who was responsible for winding the tape back to the spot when you first put it in?
It was a tape. This is old school. It was a VHS.
You got to rewind it back to where it was.
Wait, VHS? That was back then.
Yeah.
I'm an 80s baby, but 90s kid. So.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Boy, we read your face, Kenny. Like.
Hell, I'm reading my own damn face. Oh boy. Oh yikes. Oh boy.
I don't know what I came in on.
Sis.
Oh, I gotta go get my fill. Give me a drink now. Oh wow.
Sis, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can now.
I said I don't masturbate. I don't like that. I think it's nasty. You know I don't suck dick. I think masturbation because I think I suck a dick before I be masturbating and touching myself. I'm not doing that. That's nasty.
I'm my favorite person to have sex with first and foremost. So I think you should enjoy yourself first.
I'm not gonna be touching all on myself. Hell no. I'd rather suck a dick. I guess I'll try that. But I ain't gonna be able to. Listen. And I wouldn't even know what the fuck I'm doing with that. I mean, but I'd rather try. At least I'm doing with somebody else. But I damn sure wouldn't be touching myself. I don't feel no.
They say you know your own body better than anybody else.
Well, I don't want to be touching on it though. Shit. I need somebody else to touch it. Hell no.
Oh my God. I when I'm getting to know you, I'm getting to know a little too much about my sister right there.
You know,
oh wow.
Yeah, that rose is that new thing that everybody's flocking towards. Wow.
That's like that. That's nasty, Freddie. I went to a sex party and it was a friend of mine, and just to patronize her, we bought some toys and stuff, but they was in the basement. I never used that. I had some shit called a rabbit. I said, what the hell I look like messing with that by me? Nah, no, I'm not with that. Some rabbit shit. I don't know. And some practice.
So I'm gonna say this. This explains a lot why you so mean.
Why I'm so mean?
You got a lot of pent up energy that could have went elsewhere.
Brother, let me tell you something. I got mine off. I told you. I ate me a sandwich looking out the window while I was getting done. Don't.
I'm just saying. Even Jerry say facts.
Sherry.
I'm just saying. And in the immortal words of Bernie Mac, you selfish son of a bitch, you. That you want somebody to be living and laughing on you.
Wait a minute. Sherry just said she was eating a sandwich looking out the window while she was
somebody's
getting it
lipping and
in.
lapping on her,
Yeah.
but she
Yeah,
don't
try
want
that
to
one,
them.
Kenny.
And that explains a whole lot about what's going on with her.
So
You know,
can I say one thing?
you know what I'm buying you for Christmas, right? I'm sending you the
God.
rose. I'm sending you the
What's
rose.
a rose?
You'll get it in the mail.
It said
Can
What?
I say one thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, Sher, I'll say this. I used to have that mindset. I used to think it was work and everything until I actually felt my own body. And I was like, oh, all right. So you might have to break out the rabbit just to know, because it might be a different feeling after you already know what you're capable of.
I'm not feeling on my own body. I might as well be a lesbian.
Let the machine do it. Let the machine
Hell
do
no.
it.
And I think,
She
titties
got
hitting
problems,
titties.
y'all.
Mm-mm.
She got some problems, y'all.
Well, I guess I have the problem then, because I ain't listen.
Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna turn it down a little bit. And I want to end on a question that give everybody a chance to contemplate. Because Shantae, you are so right. We have been on one tonight.
Hold on, Shantae also said her mama bought her a rabbit when she went off to college.
Are you? Oh my
What?
God, I missed that point.
What?
Oh my God. Hey, but you know what?
Oh,
Shantae?
okay.
That's mama saying, hey, I'd rather you take care of yourself than to have somebody sneaking in.
I know that.
See, I told you it was a thing called a rabbit. I have it.
Shantae,
Yeah.
No,
Shantae,
the
did you
fact
have
that
a
mama gave it to her.
Shantae, what did you name it?
Uh-oh.
Rabbit.
No, that's cool. What did she
That's all the
name
name
it?
you needed.
Bugs Bunny? Was it Bugs
That's what
Bunny?
I'm thinking. That's
Just
what I'm
Brad.
Peter
I had a
Cottontail?
rabbit.
What you name it, Shantae? We want to know what you name it.
I had a rabbit with pearls and everything. So
Oh my
I had
God.
that.
rabbit.
I know what rabbit
Oh,
you talking
Lord.
about.
I'm gonna say this
Oh,
last
boy.
part on this subject. I have no issue whatsoever with masturbation. I think it's healthy, but I do know women who play in that box way too much. And so
Not way too much.
oh my God, yeah. Anything
Don't
done
get him started,
too
Honey.
much of
Don't
an
get him.
excess is just too much. Play with it, but my God, don't fall in love with it, because then it becomes one big sloppy, slippery mess where I don't even want you handing me a glass to drink because your damn fingers are always musty and stinking. So
No, you say you don't want to wear it. You don't want to wear it afterwards. Wrong.
exactly.
I should stay in the kitchen.
Exactly. So playing it, but damn,
I told y'all not to get him started. I already knew.
I didn't know it was going like that. I don't know why I opened my mouth.
I don't like no fingers up in there. I don't like nobody putting fingers in there. I don't like nobody putting no fingers up in me. I don't like that.
I'm gonna turn the channel. I gotta turn the channel.
I'm sorry.
And ask one last question. What does it mean? This one is a good one that we can end on. What does it mean to be a good partner? What does it mean to be a good partner? For you, what does it mean to be a good partner? How do you define that for yourself right now?
I can tell you here. I done had some failures, recent failures, so I can tell you. I'm out here.
Damn.
I need to learn.
Damn.
Well, damn.
But sometimes you learn more through your failures than
that's where I was
your
gonna
triumphs.
go. That's where I was gonna go. Brother Lamar, that's where I was gonna go, cause I say this all the time. I'm no expert, but I can tell you what doesn't work and what ain't gonna work for me. And so I talked about earlier being at this state of my life where I'm selfish. So my answer for me is, what is a good partner at this stage of where I'm at? A good partner for me would be somebody who has already lived out all of that wild shit and gotten it out of their system, because I cannot give you that at this stage. So swinging from the chandeliers, jumping through windows, I would want somebody that has done all of that crazy stuff so that we can settle into some sense of normalcy. And normalcy for me means that a good partner would be letting me be my authentic self. I'm not perfect. I am an opinionated asshole. And so a good partner for me is understanding that, knowing when to give me my space, and being an independent enough woman that you could be okay with not looking for the expectations that people place on today's so-called relationships, because I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to text you every morning. If you need affirmation about our relationship every waking minute, that's not going to work. So I need somebody who's very self-contained and sure of themselves. And since we're talking masturbation, who's okay with taking care of her needs on the side sometime, so that when we get together, the result is whatever time we choose to spend with each other, we can spend that time being the best we can to each other. That's what a good partner for me would be.
You know what? I like to jump on what you just said. What you said is what I should have said. I like it. Everything you said made a lot of sense. Somebody on the same page with, somebody you can be your authentic. Sorry, I'm in producer mode. Somebody you can be your authentic self with. Therefore, that way you don't have to lie and try to be this person that they trying to, who they expect you to be or mold you into. You can truly be your authentic self and say who you are and be honest about it. But also get on the same page as far as religion, as far as freakiness, as far as everything, how you raise kids, finances, get on the same page and understanding on how you're going to do all those things.
Absolutely. 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 And who want to go next?
Mine's pretty simple. Real quick. Mine's pretty simple. A good partner for me is someone that's my homie, my lover, my friend, and gets me. That's all. And vice versa. I'm gonna be your homie, your lover, and your friend. I get you. I ain't trying to change you. You are who you are. I am who I am. Let's get it. And we got that chemistry. That's it. Plain and simple.
Absolutely. Simple.
I'll go. I would just say I'm just looking for someone who is, for me, that would be secure in who they are, not looking for anything, not looking to be a social media power couple, someone who does have goals, who does have a direction, and is looking for someone to support them. I want someone who is strong in the areas where I'm weak, so then that we complement each other, but not to be chasing after and basing our relationship on those on the things that they're seeing online, where they just want to create their own relationship.
Love it. I love it.
With me, it would be just being able to understand who I am. I'm definitely going to understand who you are. I always believe in iron sharpen iron. So whatever you need to challenge me, then please challenge me, because I'm going to challenge you. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I always want you to be, like you were talking about, your most authentic self, because that's what I'm going to fall in love with. And I'm not going to try to change you, because I'm not God. I can't change you. You know what I'm saying? You only can change yourself. You know what I'm saying? But same with me. What you see is what you get. You're going to get the most authentic part of me. But don't try to change me into something or mold me into something that I'm not going to be molded into. You got to take me as I am or leave me where I stand. So pretty much, that's what I have, and that's what I cherish, because I am able to be myself just as much as Hannah's able to be herself, and there's a judgment-free zone.
I love that.
That's what's up.
Oh, I guess I gotta go. Say no. I would say, to me, you're asking of us being a good partner, or we think of us, or what we think our partner is.
However you want to interpret it. What is
so personally, I feel like being a good partner is to know when to. I hope this come out right, because you know how people like to interpret things, but know when to speak and know when to listen. Because a lot of people don't know that, so I really feel like sometimes, even because I'm strong, I can't lie, but I know when to calm it down and when to just listen, because every time is not a time to be extra. So I think that's a good part of partnership. I think communication, knowing just to communicate, like everyone said, being the authentic self. I am happy that actually I think being a good partner is so true to be your authentic self, because why would you want to spend, not everybody don't want to get married, so we're not going to say that, but if you want to spend a majority and a lot of time with someone, why wouldn't you want to be yourself? Like, you don't want to be, you want to lie, you don't want to hide, you don't want to fraud, you want to be able to put your phone down knowing you don't want nobody going through it, because I think that's wrong. But however, if they did, if anything they saw or anything, ain't no surprise, ain't no shock, because guess what? We are who we are. So we want to just be able to be ourselves. I think that's so important. If you don't like it, then I feel like that's not the person. So I think that partnership should be communication, sexual communication too. Nobody be selfish. I feel like that is a big part of being a good partner too. And just also not just always worrying about your needs, but sometimes putting your partner needs too, because that's important. And I don't think people realize that we want our needs, but I feel like putting your partner's needs is great as well to make you a good partner. Because if you're being selfish, then you can't be a good partner if you're only thinking about yourself.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Candace or Sherry?
I'll go. So I agree with everybody, but my thing is knowing that I'm an individual. I was an individual and somebody before we came together. And so I'm going to be authentically me, and I'm not perfect. Just give me some grace, like you expect the same grace. I'm human. We all change, and just know that we're both invested into this relationship. It's not one-sided. One person is not more worthy than the other, and one person should not be thankful more than the other. We are both equally here, contributing both equally to what's going on in the situation. So that's my thoughts.
I love it. Sis, you get the final closeout on this question. What does it mean to be a good partner?
I agree with everything all of you guys said, but me personally, a good partner for me right now. I think after 32 years of marriage, I earned the right for a good side piece.
But good what?
A good side piece, and somebody that's going.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Ain't my husband right here. I need a side piece who's gonna listen to what I say. He could let me eat a sandwich out the window. We could even be on the steps while I'm eating a sandwich. I don't give a damn, but I need a side piece, and that's just what it is. But I agree with everything y'all said.
Okay. So
Right.
if you thank everybody for their answers and their authentic answers. And I do ask that if you enjoyed the show, hit like and subscribe. I am a part of the TFG TV network. You will not be disappointed if you log in and subscribe to the TFG TV family. This is what you get: authentic, real content from us on every level. We got you covered with sports, religion, houses, politics, relationships, you name it. We got you covered. So please hit subscribe. And right there up in the top of the corner, we appreciate Mr. Lamar joining us tonight. He makes all of this possible for us to do this, giving us different platforms to be able to be our authentic selves. And so whether you tune in to the TFG TV network, to the Candy Shop, thank you, Candace, for bringing viewers to because that helps all of us. And I wanted to end on this particular question for a reason. Because we all are part of this social media experience, and so many times we're all being pushed to be something that we're not. And so if you listen to the answers to this question, regardless of whether you agree with my take or even Sherry takes, she want to have a pussy ate while she eating a sandwich. God bless her.
I sure do. I love it.
So whether you agree with that take or not,
a sandwich.
what makes this important to remember as you hear this though is we're all having fun, laughing, being our authentic selves. I hope that we make a commitment that as we closing out this year to enjoy each other's individuality, because to interweave through all of the answers, you know what we're all saying? We want somebody that's going to let us be ourselves without judgment. And so you take nothing else from the show. Once you filter out the funny parts and the content of the cursing and things like that, we're having fun, we're enjoying each other. But you know what? I hope you take away from it that we're all some very individually unique people. And at the same time, we're all looking for the same thing. Some of us are married, some of us are intending to be married, and others are looking to get to that place. And with that said, we all just want somebody at the end of the day to get us, to get who we are and let us be ourselves. Kenny, you said it so well. Homie, lover, friend. So with that said, I want to wish everybody a great rest of your Sunday. Again, please be sure to hit like and subscribe to any of the shows on TFG TV, and we'll see you on the other side. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for being a part of the show.
Good night.